artists, today you're going to start your weaving project. Your finished project might look something like this. It'll show a sleeping person or character underneath a beautifully woven blanket. So we're going to go through drawing the person next time, but today you're going to get started on weaving the blanket. Now what you will need for that is a couple of things. You'll need some special paper, which your teacher, I or your teacher, will drop off at your table. These are some special papers that I've been saving for this weaving project. You'll need a glue stick, a pair of scissors, a ruler, and of course, a pencil. So to start, you're just going to choose a piece of paper with a special print on it. And on the back side, you'll see that Miss Lee has drawn a line for you. And that line is going to be a guideline. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper in half, making sure that that guideline is at the bottom. So you're going to fold it with the white part facing up. Try your best to fold it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. It'll still work. Now I'm going to take my ruler and a pencil, and I'm going to line up my ruler to the edge of the paper. Starting at that guideline, I'm going to draw a straight line up. So I'm not drawing my lines past the guideline there. Now I'm going to line my ruler up with the line that I just drew, and I'm going to draw another line. Now before I forget, I want to write my name on this space here underneath the guideline. So you write your name and also your teacher code. So your code would be either your teacher's name and the number of the grade you're in. And now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut these lines, and that guideline tells me where to stop. Now I'm going to open up my special paper and try to flatten it. This is going to be your paper loom, and you'll see that there are some vertical lines that you've cut that stays intact on your weaving loom. In a tin tray, you will find some colorful strips of paper that you will use for your weaving. So you can choose a pattern, or you can just choose any color. I think I'm going to choose yellow, would go well with this purple. And I'm going to start my weaving. Now when I start, I'm either going to go over or under, but in this case, I'm going to start with going over first, then under, then over the next strip, then under, over, under, over, under. I'm using my other hand to kind of pull up on the vertical lines, which in weaving, that's called the warp. The yellow strips that are going across are called the weft. So I'm going to pull that down as tight as I can, and this is where your glue stick will come in. I'm going to take my glue stick, making sure I remember where to keep the cap, and then I'm just going to lift up the end and glue that down. Now this side is tucked under, so I'm going to lift that part up, put some glue on the paper strip, and cover that up. And I'm going to continue to weave until I'm finished. Now this time, because I need to start a new weft, I need to do the opposite of what I just did for the yellow one. So the yellow one, I went over my purple warp. This time I need to go under. first. Under, over. Now I know I made a mistake because my orange one ended up being over my warp, just like my red one did. So there's a mistake here and I need to look back at my pattern. It should look like a checkerboard, but where the mistake is, I went over twice. So if I did a mistake like that before gluing down, I want to check, and I'm going to pull it out to where I made my mistake, and I'm going to fix my mistake. And now I know that this pattern is correct because my orange did not end up being next to the red. And that's it. Now my weaving is complete and I'm ready for the next step.